What's up? We're back with another episode, and I'm so excited to talk to you a little bit about how you get better at graphic design and some things that you can do. We're going to talk about 3 ways that you can get better at graphic design. But first, let's roll the intro so we can jump into it. Thanks and welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about 3 ways that you can improve your design. So before we do, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of the videos that are going to be coming out as I teach you more about design and business. Now let's get into the video. Alright, so basically there are 3 ways that you can improve your graphic design. And these 3 ways are actually universally applicable to improving just about any skill that you want to improve. But particularly for this episode, I'm going to be talking about graphic design. So I don't care if you've been designing for 1 day or 10 decades. No, that's 100 years. That doesn't even make sense. Maybe 3 decades or whatever. This is a way to improve your design technique in a really short amount of time. Alright, so the first step to improving your graphic design is to inundate yourself with tutorials and lessons on graphic design. This means you have to learn the functionality and the software behind what you're doing, and this is the same for everything. If you want to be a good woodworker, you have to learn how to work with the tools to make good woodworking projects. If you're going to be a good designer, you need to work with Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop. You need to inundate yourself with tutorials and get more comfortable in those softwares and in the techniques used in those softwares to create great design. There's tons of ways that you can do that, and one of them is to subscribe to this channel because I teach graphic design principles that you can universally apply to all of your designs. But there's a lot of tutorials out there on YouTube, lynda.com, even LinkedIn has like a LinkedIn Learning now where you can enroll in classes and learn about different types of projects, fundamentals, and skills. So if you're interested in graphic design and this is something that you want to improve, you need to inundate yourself with tutorials and lessons on how to be a better graphic designer. It's really important that you have a desire to learn. You have to soak up the information like a sponge so that you can become a better designer by applying the principles in all of the tutorials that you watch. The second thing you have to do if you want to become a better graphic designer is surround yourself with good design. If you want to become a good designer, you need to be surrounded with good design so you can see what other people are doing. There's a couple ways that you can do this really easily. First of all, if you have design friends, that's great. You've already surrounded yourself with other designers. These are people that you can bounce ideas off of, you can see their work, so make sure you make friends who are other graphic designers. The second thing that you can do if you don't have connections with a lot of graphic designers or you're not very involved in the industry is you can start following designers on social media. Instagram is a great place to find other graphic designers and just follow them and be inundated with their work. Behance is another phenomenal site to just take in and absorb all of the crazy cool designs that people are coming out with. The more you follow people who are better designers than you, the better you're gonna get. And that's just the complex of familiarity. You're becoming more familiar with their design work and they have good design principles, so slowly but surely you pick up on those principles and apply them to your own work. I highly recommend finding great designers on Instagram and Behance and surrounding yourself with a nucleus of good design principles. Lastly, the third thing that you can do to become a better designer, and this is probably the biggest one of them all, is let somebody else critique your work. A great way to get better is to find somebody that you admire and that you trust and let them tear your designs to shreds. This is what happens to a lot of graphic designers in art school, but if you've never been to art school, find a designer that you trust to do the critiques on your work for you. Critiques are the growing pains in graphic design, and you need to find somebody that you trust that can critique your work and help you take those steps of growth. Nobody likes to hear that their baby is ugly, and you've spent a lot of time on your design, and the other designer probably knows that. But if you're going to improve, you need to understand that you might have to let that baby go or see it with a different eye so that you can understand that, man, my baby was ugly and I have a lot of areas I can improve upon. As you learn that and can kind of distance yourself from your design, you'll be able to take the critiques with an open mind and apply them to your next design. And if you're not sending your work to somebody to critique, then odds are you're not improving. And that's a really bad place to be as a graphic designer. We don't want to be in a stagnant place. I still have people that I send my work to and bounce ideas off of to see what they think. And that's a really good thing for me, because when they give me hard critiques, it helps me improve my designs and get better. You're gonna find that you get incrementally better as people tear your work up and show you what you've done wrong so that you can correct it and do it right in the future. So those are the 3 ways that you can improve your graphic design skills. Number 1 is inundate yourself with tutorials and lessons on the fundamentals of graphic design and the software used. Number 2 is surround yourself with great design so that you can be inspired and learn the principles of design by watching what other people are doing. And number 3 is send your designs to somebody else to have them critique it, to have them call your baby ugly so that you can understand what not to do and you can try to do things better in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you drop a comment below. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Next week we'll be back with another video on teaching you how to grow your company and better yourself in graphic design. I'll see you there.